Grand Rising. It's good to see everyone. Yeah, you gotta fine tune yourself. You gotta get ready to witness crazy things. There are many crazy things that we're witnessing in the now moment, and we've even been witnessing these crazy things over the past few years. And I think and I feel that more and more crazy, unexplained events, unexplained creatures that you might come across, unexplained life forms that you've never seen before. They're going to be showing up. And in this message today, I'm going to be sharing about firsthand accounts of things that I have come across. One of them was actually a few years ago. We actually we dug deep into the archives last night on our Patreon. If you missed last night's Zoom meeting, the recording is up on Patreon right now. You know, a few years back, I stumbled across this creature that washed up on the beach. And when I first saw it, I thought it was something that was supernatural. And then, you know, listening to maybe a few people, you know, some people knew it was supernatural and some people thought it was just a sturgeon. And then revisiting it last night, and I'm going to share how the universe works and realizing that the inner body was actually crystal. That video is still on YouTube. You could actually look at that creature. But in the past, you know, few months, I've been witnessing new types of bugs. We're going to be sharing about that. Many glitches in reality, maybe personal Mandela effects. Are you affected by certain global Mandela effects, things that everyone is saying, hey, didn't it change? Didn't it change? You realize the change because you're sealed in the forehead. We're actually witnessing, because of all of the changes in the world, things that maybe are hidden from us. They're not in the right location. They're coming up to the surface, if you will. Many of you are maybe starting to learn about the Euphrates River and how it's drying up, and there's sounds that are coming out of these caverns from under the Euphrates River. If you're familiar with that, you could please share it in the chat. But you might be witnessing crazy, unexplained things. Let's fine-tune ourselves and realize that this reality, it's going to change, and it's never going to be the same. They said men's hearts will fail them for fear. We get fearful when we see things that is unexplained, something that's unexplained or something that we've never seen before. That's what I said. I said, oh, I looked at this dragon creature years ago. Looked at that beautiful dragon creature that came from the ocean somehow. And we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about personal Mandela effects. We're going to be talking about what's going on underneath the Euphrates River. So let's fine-tune ourselves. Please click the like button. It helps others find this message. What's happening underneath the Euphrates River right now? Let's get the full armor of God. They said men's hearts will fail them for fear. Don't be fearful of these creatures that are maybe coming up to the surface right now. They're actually part of our world, and they're not. You can't put the. It's already out. You can't put the lid back on. The love bowl, yeah, it's needed right now. Things happen in divine timing, and I feel that things from our past come up in divine timing, and I'm going to share a full story about this. We're going to have Uncle Mike's story time today. Yes, so don't go anywhere. Many of you, maybe actually not many of you, because we have so many new family members on this channel right now. You probably never saw the video of the creature that I found out on the beach. If you're new to the channel, you know, I film a lot of times by the beach. There's a special area, is one of the spots that I went to for years. And one day, this creature just washed up on the shoreline. And, you know, I knew it was supernatural, but I was kind of talked out of it. Some people on your journey will try to talk you out of things, put you in the rational mind, you know. And I thought maybe it was just a sturgeon. And last night on our Zoom meeting, we actually realized, and I'm going to share a story how I know sometimes we don't get the answers, but God gives us the answers through synchronicity, and that's what happened yesterday. So please, if you haven't done so already, please give the video a like. Just take a moment to click the like button. It's really helpful for others finding the message. Just a quick reminder. And if you're new to the channel, or if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. You could click subscribe, and then there's a bell next to subscribe. Click the bell and select all, and you'll get all the updates on your phone. Sometimes we have 2-a-days. We have daily videos, and some of the older videos will pop up on your stream, important videos. You know, we're here for over 4 years, and we have to keep moving forward. It's a very important time. Everything is converging right now. If you would like to join our Patreon, we had a beautiful it's an almost 3-hour video waiting for you on Patreon. If you're on Patreon and you missed last night's Zoom meeting, the recording is up. We actually break down together this creature that I came across yesterday. We talk about a lot of the you know, the glitches in reality that we're experiencing, the changes in the body that we're experiencing. The sun is changing and the energy is coming in, and we have to prepare for the great solar flash. So we did that together last night on Patreon. If you would like to support the channel, there's a link at the pinned comment. There are many glitches in reality right now. And, you know, in the rational mind as a human, we could see these things and, you know, we question ourselves, but you know it. It's kind of like when you see a Mandela effect, right? If you're new to the Mandela effect, please visit the channel page where I have many different Mandela effects for the collective. But you know that something changed, or you maybe in an area, and you could say, oh, this life form, this creature is not native to this area. You know, I've never seen this before. And you start to question, it can't be. And I've shared, I will reshare those pictures. There were these bugs, these flies that have appeared. And I've never seen these flies as long as I've lived in this area. One of them was blue. I did a video. It actually landed next to my hand, which is probably back in September. And it took a bike ride with me. It landed next to my hand. I was riding the bike. I actually filmed it, and it stood with me for, I would say, over 20 minutes, 30 minutes on the bike. It didn't move. And then it picked up and it flew away. And it was very blue, and never seen a fly like that. And then also recently when I've visited the area, this is actually the area where the sturgeon was, this fly, and it's kind of big, and it's floppy, and it's brownish, and it has spots on it. Maybe you have seen a fly like this. I've never seen this fly until this past year. So we're literally seeing creatures that, wow, like this fly, I've never seen it before. I've never seen it. And right now where I live, the vegetation is dying off. It's the winter time. But, you know, we had flowers that bloomed this year. I've never seen these flowers as long as I've lived here. And if you are getting this, please leave comments on this video if you are literally seeing things in your reality change. Back in 2020, and that's why I decided to make this, I was so fascinated, and things just fall into place. Back in 2020, I found a creature that washed up on the beach. That video, I made a video. I stopped everything. I made a video, and that video was on the channel page, and I will share that video with all of you so you could investigate this creature as well. And I was like, wow, you know, what is this thing? And it was very strange, and I saw it. And the way that the creature decayed, it decayed not like anything else. So in the area, certain things wash up on the shoreline. I have seen on those. But I mean, some people told me it was a sturgeon, but then, you know, and we broke it down last night. The way that this thing decayed, the skin all came off it and all of its armor was showing, but even underneath the armor, the snout, like in the skull, and I'm looking at it, I looked at the replay of it, it was crystal. And you could see this video on the channel page. The inside of it was glowing. It was in the sunlight, and the inside had an orange glow. It was literally glowing. And in my rational mind, I try to like, nah, this can't be literally glowing right now. But I actually watched the video last night in our Zoom meeting with all of you. And, you know, looking at this creature, and we realized the inside of the creature was crystal. Now, what is the synchronicity? Yesterday, I sat down and I was eating my lunch after the gym. I was pumping, always be pumping, never stop pumping. And so I come back from the gym, and I have YouTube on the screen, and I just saw this crystal skull video from Ancient Aliens. I said, oh, I feel like watching that right now. And I watched this video of the crystal skulls, and it was just a synchronicity. So I watched that video. We did the Patreon last night. One thing led to another, and then I brought up this video, and I played the video, and now we're looking at it, and the interior of this creature was crystal. Tracy, your ears are ringing right now? People are getting a ringing? But yeah, please smash the like button. You know, when you hear the truth, you know, sometimes you hear sounds or things that resonate with you. It's great. It's great to have that confirmation. Your body is the tuning fork. And I felt like I needed to talk about that. Metaphysical Mike, thank you so much for the support. Yeah, there's a lot of purging going on, and our pain body is coming up to the surface. We actually talked about that last night on Patreon. Thank you so much for the support. Years ago, when this happened back in 2020, a person told me that this creature swam from one water, and it broke through a barrier, and it wound up in this ocean water, and it didn't belong here. And because, you know, this area might be a little bit more low vibe, it died and it decayed very fast. And you know what? As we broke this down last night, someone else, you know, reading the energy field of this creature, it came from under the ground, and it swam past a barrier to get to the area that we are on this plane of existence, if you will. And it decayed and it rotted. I remember when I came across it, it smelt like I never smelt anything before. And I've seen, you know, dead sharks and stingrays, and nothing smelt like, I've never smelt anything like this in my life. But there are many glitches that are happening. And, you know, you could see that within living creatures right now. You could see it when it comes to flies in your area, different life forms. But one thing that many people, you might be scrolling across this. It's not an area where I live. The Euphrates River. Yeah. Aaron, I'm going to share that link if you've never seen that one. The Euphrates River is drying up. Are you familiar with the Euphrates River drying up? And as the Euphrates River is drying up, There are people that are going to these little, caverns that like kind of go down into the ground, and they're recording these sounds that are coming out of the ground from underneath the Euphrates River. And a lot of people feel that there are fallen angels that are underneath the Euphrates River, and things around the world are changing at a rapid pace. Yeah, the creepy sounds. A lot of you are familiar. You could please, and again, if you're just strolling in, please smash the like button and please share in the chat what is happening from underneath the ground. So there's a lot of sounds that are happening underneath the ground in the Euphrates River. And a lot of these anomalies, they're all happening at the same time. As the sun is changing, our reality is changing. We can see it, life forms. We can see glitches in reality. We shared last night. Sometimes you might, place something down, and then all of a sudden it disappears. All of a sudden it disappears. Have you witnessed things literally disappear? And again, these are almost like personal Mandela effects. As a collective, we've seen glitches in reality. The Monopoly man no longer has a monocle. And there's evidence, there's residual residue of these glitches. Like an Ace Ventura Pet Detective, he holds the monocle up and he goes, "You must be the Monopoly man." But in this reality, the Monopoly man doesn't have a monocle and never, quote unquote, had a monocle. So we're seeing all these glitches. Some of you remember Jiffy Peanut Butter that never existed. The Mr. Rogers song, "It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood." It's totally different right now. So we're waking up to these glitches, and you might have personal Mandela effects happening to you. And you might be witnessing people that change, and it's in the personality. Once again, you are watching people change that you personally know. Their personality is changing. They're a totally different person. If you're witnessing this, please leave comments about that. Are you witnessing people's personality change? Karen is writing that objects in her home have disappeared. Yeah, there's big time changes and glitches right now. Mandela effects, as we went through it last night, and you might be familiar with the main Mandela effects, there are multiple timelines, not only two. It's not like there's just like, when we think about the 3D and the 5D, there's not just two timelines. There is a multitude of timelines. We're in the bottleneck right now, so we're kind of breaking down into two main timelines. But if you really think about it, there are many timelines. And that's why when you go through these Mandela effects, you might have one or two of them that don't affect you. Like there is they might have like the top 50 Mandela effects, right? And, out of the 50, maybe 5 of them, you remember them that way, and it never had to change for you. So there are different timelines, and this is a lot for people to all digest, but we have to leave this video today. And if you're just tuning in again, just please click the like button. It's helping others find this message today. You have to leave this video today, whether it's you witnessing a life form that you've never seen before, unexplained changes in people, unexplained it could be, for the most part, what I see is people are seeing bugs that never existed before, and now they're here. I will also share pictures of the bugs that I'm talking about on our Telegram and in our Patreon. We have to leave this message today realizing that the reality that we were, like, they teach us, human, this is the way reality is, and these are the terms of the reality. It was all a lie. It's all breaking down right now. It's breaking down at an accelerated rate. Look at all the glitches in the past few years since 2020. And, when I found that creature on the beach, that was in 2020. Things from underneath the ground are being revealed. Places, right, that maybe we can't reach. And That's how we have this evidence. They wind up in a place, somehow they break through a field, a force field, if you will. They wound up in a place that they shouldn't be. That's interesting. Yeah, Lou writes, are they the bugs to feast on in 20? Yeah, it's interesting. Isn't it weird how the mainstream media tells you to eat bugs now? It's very strange. We'll just sip on our tea and coffee like Kermit the Frog. Yeah, it's very. We have to ask ourselves, why are they saying, telling our children to eat bugs? Very strange. So all of this kind of converges right now. It's just a massive glitch in reality. And, we were taught one thing, but the authentic reality is something totally different. Yeah. So let's take a moment to fine-tune ourselves. More people are stumbling on this live stream. Again, please just give a second to click the like button. And leave in the comments, what are the strange glitches that you're experiencing? People will try, ready? People will try to gaslight you. People will try to shame you. If you can see that something is off, you know the truth inside your sacred heart. You're sealed in the forehead, the pineal gland, right? And you're sealed and you know the truth. You have to have an understanding of the truth and have it now. Things are getting stranger and stranger. Are you seeing the strange things happening? Are they really putting crickets in lollipops right now? Is that really a thing as well? It's crazy. It's really we gotta be aware of bugs. That was another important part of our Zoom meeting last night. We really need to detoxify ourselves. Over the course of our journey, we pick up parasites, and we want to, be careful for the parasites that might, come into our body. Oh, that's interesting. Please follow that up. Amy writes, Bigfoot spotted in Flagler Beach area. You're in Flagler Beach in Florida, Amy? Just follow up on that. That's interesting. Yeah, I have seen many things about, the Bigfoot or the Sasquatch. I feel that it's a higher life form. It's not something to be feared of. A lot of people have these weird experiences with these Sasquatches and Bigfoot, whatever you would like to call it. But the real life experience that I had was with this creature. And again, some people called it a sturgeon. But now, again, when I looked at it last night and I looked at the way the tail was and I looked at the shape of the skull again, almost like a humanoid skull, and looking at the inside as the light is hitting the inside, because the creature was kind of decayed in the inside. I kind of just thought, I've never seen it before. That's what the inside is supposed to look like. But the inside, the light was hitting it and it was glowing. It was a crystal on the inside. Where did this creature come from? And that's why when I get off this, I'm going to share that video on our Telegram. We did it on Patreon, but I'll share the link to the original video. It's still on YouTube. It looked like a prehistoric creature. And, people, said that, this is a sturgeon. But when we went back and looked at the footage, I don't know, that inside did look like crystal. and I thought it was a synchronicity. I wasn't planning on sharing about it last night, but I was called to watch this video on crystal skulls earlier in the day. And, we peeled back and we said, wow, look at this creature. So yeah, there's a lot of strange things. Is the sunlight, remember, we get light codes from the sun. So for example, and I've shared this before, the sunlight penetrates the ground and it tells things to come to the surface. In the beginning of the spring, right? It's cold all summer. Those that go outside, you could see the floor. It's nice and flat. And then all of a sudden, one day you see all these anthills pop up from underneath the ground. They're getting a signal because this light energy passes through solid matter. It's getting information. Oh, it's time to come up to the surface now. It's time to come up to the surface. Oh, warriors. It's time to come out and play now. Yeah. It's time. Oh, look at that. 444. Beautiful. Yeah. Please keep smashing the like button. It's really beautiful. Yeah, we get these signals from the sunlight. It's time to rise up. We're seeing it in our body. Your insides might be pulsing. Your insides you might feel a lot of pressure on the inside of your body. Well, just like when the earth, we're getting a lot of solar flares. The earth starts to shake. You get increased earthquakes and volcanism. Your body is like a volcano as well. It's ready to erupt right now. Your superpowers are coming online. Are your superpowers coming online? Yeah, they're coming online right now. I think that we have to be mentally prepared. There was no coincidence that I stumbled across this creature when I did. It came from a place that's not really from here. And we're learning more and more about this realm. Nikola Tesla said we live in a realm. He said Earth should not be considered a planet. It's a realm. So we have to think differently about where are we right now? What's underneath the ground? Do you know what's underneath the ground? What's underneath the ground? And, we're going to continue to witness these glitches. I think it's going to continue. The solar flash, the great solar flash event, it's not stopping. So the energy of the sun, it's increasing. So we're going to see more of these glitches. And they said men's hearts will fail them for fear. Like when I saw this thing, it looked like a dragon. Yeah, it looked like a dragon. And if you start to see things, can you imagine giants coming out of the ground? Has anyone seen the giant bones before? Could you imagine giants coming out of the ground? Just imagine it. And biblically, they said men's hearts will fail them for fear. Can you imagine other life forms hijacking bodies of people that we know? Remember all the zombie movies? If you're new to the channel, we talk about predictive programming. Once again, predictive programming. You might have seen certain things over the course of time. You saw it in a movie and then it became part of the reality. Predictive programming. How many zombie movies did they have? How many zombie TV shows did they have? And they're so popular. What will happen to these people that have been infiltrated? What will happen to the body? How will the body become hijacked? There's certain things when the body is compromised. Once again, when the DNA is compromised, we have seen, I watched Ghost Adventures. You ever watch Ghost Adventures? I love Ghost Adventures. And there was a few episodes where on Ghost Adventures, they had to perform an exorcism. And, and there was like a couple in the house, but only one person was getting affected by this other possession, right? We recently talked about Baal the Possessor, right? This whole country, right? The United States has been infiltrated by something called Baal. Baal is known as the possessor. If you're new to the channel, we did a full video on the satanic cult Balenciaga. Did you see that video? And what is Baal and who is Baal the possessor? That's why you have to have the full armor of God. They said men's hearts will fail them for fear. And what are the things that we're going to witness? It's getting stranger and stranger right now. It's getting stranger and stranger. So we have to be mentally prepared, physically prepared, spiritually prepared. You have to build spiritual armor. I've been building spiritual armor for years. I feel that the most important thing to be armored up against are the people in your everyday life. That's how they could, because the way that they could attack you, if you're already sealed, you know, and you're not taking anything that's not good for your body, you know all these things, you're going to be okay. But how do they prevent you from becoming the person that you came here to be? How do they prevent you? Oh, they do it with self-doubt. Please smash the like button if you're here to become self-empowered. Are the lions in the chat? You let me know. The only way that they could stop you is through self-doubt. The people in your everyday life, it could come from your family, your friends, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your kids, your mom, whatever it is. However, your coworkers. You have to strap on the full armor of God and keep moving forward. And don't have self-doubt. They're going to try to have... Listen, and I'm being authentic. I knew when I saw this creature, I said this was a supernatural thing. And then, you know, I kind of was talked out of it. I said, oh, it's just a sturgeon. But looking at the inside of the body, especially with all of you on Patreon last night, and please, if it calls you, if you'd like to join our Patreon, you could look at that video. We had so much information. It's like a 3-hour video on Patreon if you'd like to watch it. The body was glowing on the inside. Like it's lit, like I'm filming it. I'm looking at my own video. And you know what? Like sometimes people try to talk you out of things because, you know, it's like, it's easier just to say, oh, a sturgeon just swam over here. Even if it was, like, how did it get to Brooklyn? But when you're looking at the inside of this creature and actually seeing the inside look like crystal. And I wish I could have an experience. I'm trying to manifest another experience like that. I'm so fascinated. This is the closest thing, you know, you might hear of things like inner earth. Have you heard of inner earth before? Did you hear about Admiral Byrd before? Do you know about Admiral Byrd? Admiral Byrd visited inner earth. You're going to have to research this yourself. They won't teach you on the satanic mainstream media. Admiral Byrd visited inner earth. There are parts to this world and reality that we're not familiar with. In Antarctica, there's lakes underneath the ice. So there could be lakes underneath the ground and somehow, you know, creatures kind of get to where they're not supposed to be. They're not supposed to be in this area. You know, there is so much that we're going to witness. We're just getting a little taste to prep the mind, the preparation to accept. And that's why we have waves of volunteers, people that have been waking up from the satanic mind control of a limited reality. They gave you a limited reality. It's true. They gave you, oh, look at that, 777. Beautiful. Yeah, please keep smashing the like button. This channel is growing like never before, and absolutely nothing could stop the growth of our family and community. So many glitches in reality, and, you know, I get talked out. You know, people will try to talk you out of it because if you go out of their comfort zone, they try to pull you back down. Once again, when you go out of their comfort zone, they try to pull you back down. And We all have to change. We could even change our diets. Like I've been having bananas in the morning, in the rising, we have bananas. And, my diet is changing right now. And, I really share about that because, I lived the bodybuilder lifestyle where every meal had to be protein. But we really have to stay hydrated right now. This change in the sun, it's literally happening. And the change in the sun is changing what's happening inside of you, and it's changing what's happening under the ground. Once again, the changes in the sun, the energy is changing what's happening inside of you, and it's changing what's happening under the ground. So you might be called to be more hydrated at this time to handle all of this energy. Jill Warsaw, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you, Jill. Jill writes, we are the Truman Show. Yeah. They have to teach you the truth in these movies. I mean, didn't they literally make a video, Journey to the Center of the Earth? Did they make a video, Journey to the Center of the Earth, inner Earth, inner Earth? Or what's underneath us, as above, so below. As above, so below. Because of the disruptions with all this cosmic energy, we're getting energy from our sun and our galactic center. Yes, our central sun. We have two suns, light warriors. If you're awake to two suns, you could hit up the chat with some suns right now. The energy is shaking this entire reality, this realm. Tesla called this a realm. Oh, Shirley, it's good to see you, Shirley. I was just thinking about you. I love you, Shirley. Yeah. We're growing. Look at how our family is growing. I'm grateful for everyone that's still here as we continue to grow. I recently shared, people come and people go. And as you continue to level up, you might go outside of someone's frequency range. And, that's why, when I share about this creature that I found, some people get triggered by it. And even myself, I'm looking at the footage. I'm going to share that video on our Telegram, our Patreon, and the full video of our Zoom is up there. We broke it down together. And that's why, especially when we see a creature that we have no explanation for, it's important that we all collaborate on it together. And, I want everyone's input. Oh, you see me on the big TV? Can you see all my impurity? I'm just kidding, Shirley. I love you. I hope we're gonna get in touch, Shirley. Yeah, 2023 is going to be a great year, much better than last year. And even last night I shared about all of the trials and tribulations that we went through last year. Are getting us prepared for this beautiful 2023. It's a beautiful time. Perfectly imperfect. That's right, Ronnie. So what are the glitches that you're experiencing in your reality? Are you witnessing people change? Are they glitching? Is their personality changing? Are you witnessing new life forms? Did you stumble across a crazy carcass like I did on my journey? Are you witnessing personal Mandela effects? Are you witnessing, maybe something disappear in your house? You put it, and you're saying, I'm not going crazy. I know I put this down over here. Yeah, there's beautiful glitches. Patricia writes, buckle up for 2023. You got to buckle up. Yeah, buckle up. Fasten your seatbelts. Devices are glitching, absolutely. Yeah, sometimes they can't hear you. We did a full video on that. They can't hear. You're outside of their frequency range. You're outside of their frequency range. We're actually finding our soul family on our journey. We're finding our soul family on our journey. You might have family, and then during this massive event, which is also known as the rapture, all of a sudden family members and friends disappear, and then new family members and friends show up to take their place. And that's what we have to be focused on. I know it's difficult, We have a life. We lived our life a certain way, but now we're going through these glitches. You have to stand in the truth and find your brothers and sisters that are standing in the truth with you. Alien Guru, thank you so much for the support. Love you, Michael, and peace, love to all. Yes. Yeah, we're going to have, it's a lot of peace and love. We're going to have a tremendous Christmas episode coming up. Yeah. Yeah, the Island of Misfit Toys annual episode. Yeah. If you're new to the channel, yeah, please subscribe to the channel. We're having our annual Island of Misfit Toys. Cheer! Yeah, the Island of Misfit Toys. That's who we all are, the Island of Misfit Toys. Do you remember the Island of Misfit Toys? Rob shares, I have zero appetite lately. Yes. As a person that is into bodybuilding and you know, I was into training, and I'm always, you know, years ago we learned to eat, you know, 6 times a day to try to get the muscles to grow. I have no appetite to do that anymore. We are physically changing like never before. We're actually pulling in more energy from the sun. So you might have the need to eat a lot less. Drinking more water than ever before. This is beautiful. And that's why this channel is a family. We all have to share and collaborate our experiences. On the fake mainstream media, they won't be talking about the changes in our sun, the changes in the reality. They will just try to hide everything. They want to keep you in a box of limiting beliefs. The world that we live in is much bigger than we were told. It's more magical, if you will. It's actually not magical. It's just parts of the world were hidden from us. And they keep us in this frequency band. These serpents keep us in a frequency band. And now that we're coming outside of the frequency band, we're becoming creators. That's what we have to focus on right now. We have to expand out of the frequency band of limitation, and then we start pulling a new reality. We're pulling things into our attractor field at this time. And I'm absolutely grateful for all of you. Let's get this video out there. Please share this link on all platforms. Take a moment to click the like button. Take a moment to leave a comment on this video. And if you're new to the channel, I am so blessed to have so many new people in just a handful of days join our family. Please visit the channel page and find the videos that resonate with you. And again, if you subscribe to the channel and click the bell and select all, I will be also sharing on our community tab from now till the end of the year. I'm going to try to make that guaranteed, that we will have a community post daily. And when you subscribe and click the bell, select all of those community posts will also come up on your stream. We have polls on our community tab because, you know, we are a community, and I really want to focus on that community tab before the end of the year. We're going to be having many powerful videos. I will be sharing the best videos. There's so many new people on this channel. What were the best videos of 2022? We will share them in a community post. I'll be creating a playlist of all of these videos. We have to catch everyone up. What are the most important videos of this year? What do we need for next year? Please remember, this is an evolutionary journey. Regardless of what the fake science gurus tell you, you are evolving right now while you're alive. You don't have to wait thousands and thousands of years, human, yes. No, you're actually evolving while you're alive. I know there's some people listening in right now, you're getting younger. Oh, you thought you were old, right? No, you're actually getting younger right now. We're healing ourselves. The sunlight is healing us exponentially. Johnny Appleseed writes, we are the new leaders. Boom, yeah. Lynn Roberts, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. Lynn writes, they can no longer die, for they are like the angels. Luke 20:36. You no longer die because you are getting younger. Your DNA has been changed by the light of Christ. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. I love each and every one of you. We're going to end 2022 on the right foot. There's going to be a lot of activity on the community tab for YouTube. If you would like to join our Patreon, we had an absolutely powerful Zoom meeting last night. The recording is up for all of you to watch. We will have more before the end of the year. Please join our Telegram. We have so many posts to share and get out there. Please share this channel on all platforms. I love you. Take a moment before I get off. Please click the like button so we can hit another milestone before we get off this live stream. And everything that you do, whether it's clicking the like button, sharing the link, subscribing to the channel, and clicking the bell, those are all the things that really, it's the best support for the growth of our channel. Never stop. Never give in. Just keep going. This reality is about to change, and it will never be the same again. Never. I love you all. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.